Winter storm warnings have been posted for much of southern Wisconsin. A major winter storm headed our way. We'll have more details coming up.
And we're taking a look at that winter storm over New Mexico right now, as it's about 18 hours from hitting us here in the Midwest. We'll tell you what to expect from the city plows over the next few days.
Plus, congressional leaders in Washington announcing a tentative agreement on funding. How much money is going toward the military and why a shutdown is still not out of the question.
And the Packers are headed to the playoffs. The familiar face they'll be up against during Wild Card Weekend.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on a Monday. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchide. Thanks for waking up with us. The story of the week really is that winter storm we've been talking about for days now, headed our way. The National Weather Service officially announcing a winter storm. It starts later tonight. That storm right now is over New Mexico. EarthCam's view of it is covered by snow right now. Just completely covered. This is new in the last couple of minutes here, the last hour. They continue to see upwards of a foot of snow under their blizzard warning right now. Now the system is slowly headed northeast, set to hit us later on tonight. Kelly, what are you expecting in terms of timing and the details of totals?
Yeah, this is not going into effect until later this evening, mainly later this evening, let's say after 9 o'clock for areas to the south and west, as some of that snow starts to spread on in. Here in Madison probably really won't see these impacts until midnight and then overnight going into tomorrow morning. But this will continue right into a late Tuesday night. So it will be impacting us for a good stretch of time. Much of Tuesday, really going to see some of that snow accumulating. Right now we're at 26. It is quiet this morning. 26 in Monona, 27 in Middleton. Plenty of time to prepare for this storm because it's not arriving until late tonight going into tomorrow. All of southern Wisconsin, these are the totals that we're expecting. 6 to 10 inches. There could be some isolated spots that pick up a little bit more than that. So this is going to be a major winter storm for us as we go throughout the day on Tuesday. Today, though, quiet, just looking at cloudy skies, temperatures rising through the 30s, should be in the mid-30s later this afternoon. Really, that snow is not expected until late this evening down there toward Platteville, Monroe, and Janesville as we get toward the midnight hour here in Madison. Then once it settles on in, that'll be with us all night long going into tomorrow morning. So just count on cloudy skies today as temperatures climb into low to mid-30s, so plenty of opportunity to prepare for that storm. We'll talk more about it coming up, and also more storms headed our way later this week. More on that coming up.
Okay, Kelly, thank you very much. We are helping you prepare for that winter storm and how it might impact your plans on the roads this week.
Shane Hogan is here to break down how the Madison Streets Division is making sure that we can drive as safe as we can out there with this much snow. That's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's going to be a process, that's for sure. But I want to give you some information so you know what to expect this week. Now, the city of Madison has action plans for when the expected snow amounts are either above or below 3 inches of accumulation. And as Kelly's been saying all morning, we're looking at the latter, more than 3. So here's what you can expect on the roads this week. The city says when 3 or more inches of snow accumulates on the roads and the storm is at or near its end, that's when a citywide plowing operation will begin. The city will start with its salt routes. That's the nearly half of all Madison traffic lanes that includes critical streets. So think Metro bus routes, roads around schools, hospitals, and police and fire stations. These will be plowed and salted the entire time that the storm is happening. When citywide plowing begins, 150 pieces of equipment will be put on the streets to plow all of Madison. And remember that residential streets are not salted, meaning a hard pack of snow will likely remain on the streets, but that's to be expected. You can see the sand get put down on some of those roads as well. And no neighborhood is assigned to be last. All areas will be plowed, so just have a little patience for the crews out there. Plowing all of the traffic lanes from thoroughfares to the cul-de-sacs takes between 12 to 16 hours, depending on the severity of this storm. And like we've been hearing all morning, it does seem to be like a pretty severe one. So, you know, expect that it's going to take some time, but hopefully, you know, they will have those crews out there ready to go.
And if we see a snow emergency being called for the city of Madison, that's going to impact parking as well. So you're going to want to stay tuned to News 3 Now this morning tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot of different variables, but again, the crews out there are on top of this. They're prepared for this. All of this information up on the city's website.
Jane, thank you very much.
You got it.
Our team coverage on the storm continues now with Josh Sprider. He is with the State Patrol this morning, talking about safe driving techniques, things we can have in our vehicles to make sure that we are prepared ahead of the snowfall. Hey there, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we're helping you get brushed up on winter weather awareness this morning. Of course, we've got the snow brush in hand. If you haven't thrown that in your vehicle, you should do so today. We also put together a little winter weather awareness kit that I'm going to have the State Patrol actually give us a grade on here in a couple of minutes. These are some things to really keep in mind, including, of course, I have the snow brush, the snow shovel, some warm gear, jumper cables, tow strap, that extra food and water, because you never know what's going to happen when you hit the road this week, especially for that first system. You know, here in Wisconsin, we are familiar with this, but it has been quite some time since we've had to deal with roads that could be as dicey as they could be this week. So all these things to keep in mind, and we're going to help you with a little bit of advice coming up here in about 10 minutes when we speak to the Wisconsin State Patrol here in DeForest. So stay tuned to that, guys, because we are probably going to be needing a lot of this gear here this week.
Okay, Josh Sprider, we'll talk to you here in a bit. Thank you.
We are your first warned team for a reason. News 3 Now has been keeping you in the know on this storm every day, and we'll continue to make sure you're updated on the track and the timing as this thing hits us tonight. We'll be pushing real-time updates through our First Warn weather and traffic app.
6:05 now at the state capitol today. A Senate committee is taking up a bill to restrict abortions. The bill would ban any state employee or entity from giving an abortion, making an abortion referral, or encouraging abortion. It would also ban the use of public property to provide abortion services. Public property includes any public facility, institution, or state and government-owned building. Now, this Republican-backed bill allows state employees to provide an abortion if it's to save the mother's life, but says all efforts to save both the woman and the fetus must be taken. The committee will vote today to recommend the bill and move it forward.
More local politics now. Representative Brian Stile of Janesville is sharing his thoughts on immigration with News 3 Now. He's back from a trip to the southern border with dozens of other U.S. reps last week. On For the Record, Stile claimed Whitewater is experiencing a surge in migration.
And this is a problem not impacting just our nation's largest cities. It's impacting every community, including Whitewater, Wisconsin, right here at home. Where 1,000 migrants have moved into a community of 14,000 people that are really causing a big drain on resources, as well as some of the other challenges that the communities face.
Last week, Whitewater Police and the city manager sent a letter to President Biden asking for federal assistance to help with the increasing migrant population. Officials later clarified to News 3 Now the letter was simply an attempt to gain resources to serve a growing population. Its intent was not to villainize people arriving in the city.
Meanwhile, Washington's one step closer to avoiding a partial government shutdown later this month. Congressional leaders are now agreeing on how much the federal government will spend this year. The $1.66 trillion deal includes $886 billion in defense spending and about $773 billion for non-defense purposes. It cuts $6 billion in COVID spending and cuts spending on the IRS, two things Republicans have been pushing for. Congress has until the 19th of the month before funding starts running out for certain agencies. The deal does hinge on a group of conservatives, though, demanding more funding for border security.
Happening today, President Biden will speak in Charleston, South Carolina. He'll be speaking at the historically black Mother Emanuel AME Church. That's where a white supremacist shot and killed 9 people back in 2015. In 2020, South Carolina handed Biden his first victory in the Democratic primaries. It set his path for his eventual presidency. Now analysts say the state's February 3rd primary serves as a key test of the president's chances this election season with black voters.
Ahead of today's speech, the Biden-Harris deputy campaign manager released a statement saying in part, "We're not going to wait and parachute into these communities at the last minute and ask them for their vote. We're going to earn their vote. Voters of color are the ones who have the most at stake in this election."
6:08 now. As we track the snow and the cold weather this week, Consumer Reports has a warning out about that coat your kid is wearing. They can be dangerous inside a car seat. Rachel Joyce has that story.
Buckle you in.
Car seat safety is important to Emily Thomas, not only because she has a PhD in pediatric injury biomechanics and serves as Consumer Reports' child passenger safety expert, but also because she's mom to 2-year-old Micah. Emily knows that in winter, the extra bulk of a puffy coat can make the safety seat harness too loose to properly secure a child in a crash.
I also do the daycare drop-off every morning, and I know that it can be really annoying and kind of inconvenient to have to remove their coats to put them into their car seat. But I will tell you that it is super important for their safety. You want them to be the safest they can in their car seat.
There's an easy way to check if your child's coat is too puffy or bulky. First, secure him in the car seat wearing his coat so there is no slack in the harness straps. Then remove the coat and put him back in the seat. If the straps are loose, there's a problem.
In a crash, if he was still wearing his coat would compress, all of that puffiness would compress, leaving this extra room, which gives him additional room to move and potentially move outside the safety of his car seat, which would increase his risk of injury. We don't want you to have any injuries, right?
So how should your child stay safe and warm in the car? Consumer Reports recommend securing your child into the seat and then putting a blanket or coat on top of the harness. For older kids, put their coat sleeves on backwards after they are harnessed in.
I know it can be challenging, but the sooner you start with these kinds of safety practices, the more it becomes the norm. So now he's so used to taking his coat off that he doesn't even like to wear his coat underneath his harness. And he's the one who implements the change of taking his coat off.
This is Rachel Joyce.
Consumer Reports says it's important to make sure your child is always properly harnessed. You shouldn't be able to pinch any fabric, for example, and their chest clip should always be at armpit level. All right, it's 6:10 now. Let's take a live look at the storm that's headed our way. You're taking a peek at Denver right now. This is EarthCam's view, where that system is this morning. They are talking about blizzard conditions over the next couple of hours. Kelly continues to update us on when that snowfall is going to hit us. Kelly?
Yeah, right now it is quiet across southern Wisconsin. We expect this snow not to come our way until late this evening, a little bit closer to midnight here in Madison. But it'll be with us throughout the day tomorrow. We'll have that first warn forecast coming up.
And the Packers are headed to the playoffs. Coming up in Morning Sports, Andrew Bannister breaks down Jordan Love's performance and takes a look at how he compares to other first-year Packer quarterbacks. We're back after this.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Dear winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 2.99% APR financing for 60 months on a tough 2023 Toyota Tacoma. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
The bag is back at Menards. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag, from household items and pet toys to power tools and even your favorite snacks. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag. This deal won't last long. Hurry in to get your bag and see how much you can save. Sale ends January 14th.
Save big money at Menards.
You've got this. Your big moment on their big day. The dress? Another one you'll never wear. Gift? Practical. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free overdraft protection transfers. So when you get invited to your third destination wedding in as many months, we'll be there with you.
When we first met Todd, we thought Jen was kidding.
You've got this with Associated Bank.
If you've been injured in a truck crash, you know what a life-changing experience it can be. What you may not know is that trucking law is extremely complex. We have a powerful team with the knowledge and resources needed to win. Don't wait. Call Gruber Law Offices today. We have a history of top-notch results and over 35 years of winning for injured people. And there's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
$579 breaths to show them your stuff. Every breath matters. Don't let RSV take your breath away. Protect yourself from RSV with Abrysvo, Pfizer's RSV vaccine. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory disease from RSV in people 60 years and older. RSV can be serious if you are 60 or older. Having asthma, COPD, diabetes, or heart disease puts you at even higher risk. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Visit these retailers or find other retailers near you at abrysvo.com.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
We're back here at 6:14, continuing our storm coverage with Josh Breiter.
He's live talking about how you can prepare for what might be a dangerous drive over the next couple of days. Good morning, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. We're coming to you live from DeForest this morning at the Wisconsin State Patrol headquarters, helping you get prepared ahead of the storm because there is still time before the snow starts falling for you to get ahead of this system. And here to help us out a little bit more this morning is Trooper Jack Barker of the State Patrol. Trooper Jack, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So I know you guys are going to be busy. You guys are already kind of gearing up for this storm yourself. You know, what's the best advice for folks before these snowflakes actually start flying?
Just planning ahead, being prepared. I see like you got this kit here, having something ready for whatever can come your way.
You know, and now is the time. Photojournalist Mark Schilling put this little kit together. I'm going to have you kind of grade us a little bit because we have a little bit of everything. Of course, holding the snow brush here. We have the granola bars. We have the water. There's also a collapsible shovel. The warm gear. We have a blanket, hat, gloves, of course, our coats as well, the jumper cables, and the tow rope. Is there anything that you think that we're missing here with this kit?
Oh, yeah, just a couple things. The things I'd probably add are probably a flashlight, just so you can see what you're doing and hours of limited visibility, or signal somebody if the situation warrants it. And then first aid kit, bumps and bruises. If you get in a crash, sustain injury, can patch yourself up a little bit until help arrives or whatever the case may be.
Good tips right there. And I think a lot of folks are like, well, I only have a 2-mile commute, but sometimes it doesn't really matter. Things can still happen within that 2-mile stretch.
Right. You can never be too comfortable.
You know, what is your best advice for folks, you know, ahead of the storm? Because I know people are always waiting until that last minute, waiting to see what actually happens. You know, what is the best way to be prepared?
I would say don't be too dependent on what you have. Like, if you don't be dependent on your all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive vehicle. Don't let the weather be the thing that humbles you. Stay prepared.
And giving yourself extra time. I think a lot of folks were very, very busy, but
Absolutely.
You know, leave a little early and just take it slow.
Yep. I agree. Yeah, just plan ahead. Biggest thing you can do.
You guys see obviously a lot of things when you're out and about, especially on the interstate. People driving too fast. You know, a lot of folks are in a hurry. What's your best advice for folks hitting the road, especially for this first major system?
Just because the speed limit's 70 doesn't mean you have to go 70. Those speed limits are placed when the road is clear and dry. You go as fast as you need to go, as long as you're not impeding traffic. Maintain a safe following distance and watch out for other vehicles. Just maintain your situational awareness.
You know, one question some folks may have, is there a minimum speed limit for winter driving conditions? Any advice there?
I wouldn't say there's a minimum speed limit. As long as you slow traffic, keep right, don't impede traffic, and like I just said, keep a safe following distance.
Great advice. Trooper Barker, we appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Again, now's the time to get prepared. We have our kit ready because we know Mark and I are going to have a long week in the car, keeping you prepared here on News 3 Now this morning, guys. So before the snow starts flying, it's probably time to find stuff like this. I know I had to actually get the snowblower out and see if I can actually use it before we have to here this week, guys. So all those things that we haven't had to worry about for quite some time.
Yeah, there really haven't been any opportunities to use the snowblower that much so far this season. Josh Breiter will talk to you again here in a second. I'm wondering what schools are going to do tomorrow, because if we only have an inch or two when school starts the day tomorrow, at the end of the day, that's going to look a lot different, Kelly.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be one of those things. It's just going to go downhill from after midnight right through tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. So I'm sure we will have plenty of cancellations tomorrow as far as schools. Right now, it's quiet. We do have just cloudy skies, and we do have plenty of opportunity to prepare and hopefully get prepared today, because it's not just going to be today. It's going to be with us all week long, where we got a series of systems coming our way. Very active weather week headed our way. Today, though, we do have one quiet day. 34 degrees expected today. That's above our average, which is now 27. The sun will be up at 7:29. So here's the storm. It's way down in the south, the Texas-Oklahoma panhandle. You think, oh, that's a long ways away. how is that going to be hitting us? Well, our systems, our typical biggest winter storms actually originate over there. Energy comes out of the Rockies. It picks up all this moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico. See how that rain is really spreading in, but then that rain runs into that colder air and that crystallizes and produces that snow, and we'll be on the northern fringe of that storm track, so that's what's going to bring us that heavier snow. We're looking at that first warning alert day for 6 to 10 inches of snow. It's also going to be windy. Now, it's going to be a heavy, wet snow, but some of those open areas, some of that snow may get blown right back onto the roads. This will be late tonight, right through early Wednesday, waking up Wednesday morning. Now, as far as the impacts for tomorrow and tonight, we are looking at about total 6 to 10 inches of snow. This will obviously come during the late afternoon and evening. That's when we'll see the heavier totals. And also the winds, especially as we get into tomorrow afternoon, those winds will be gusting as high as 30, 35 miles per hour. And it will be difficult driving right when we wake up tomorrow morning. Not too bad yet, but especially headed home from work or school into the evening hours, that driving will be difficult. Behind the system, it's not going to be too cold. Once again, it's going to be a heavy, wet snow, but 6 to 10 inches is going to be a lot of snow across southern Wisconsin, maybe a little bit lighter amounts as you get up northwest of the Dells, but still impactful. We got this storm system. We got another one coming in Wednesday night, early Thursday, another one Friday night into early Saturday. So we've got several systems coming our way, it looks like, going over the next week or so. So dry today. It won't be until late tonight toward midnight here in Madison. We'll see the snow spread on in. Then it's going to be light snow mainly tomorrow morning, but maybe a couple of inches of snow. And then it really will pick up tomorrow afternoon. Then the winds kick in on the backside of the storm as it moves on through. And you can see the band of heavy snow right across southern Wisconsin. And we could be talking about 6 to 10 inches here, lesser amounts up to the north. 26 in Madison, 28 right now in Janesville. So not a bad start to the day. Plenty of time to prepare for this winter storm. It's not till late tonight and tomorrow. Going to be pretty messy traveling around, but I guess the snow lovers are going to be happy because we are expecting a lot of snow, and any snow we get is going to stick around because we are going to be really tumbling this weekend with highs only in the teens by Sunday.
In his first year as a starter, Jordan Love did what Aaron Rodgers could not do in his last as a Packer, win a do-or-die game at Lambeau to send the Packers to the playoffs. Among first-year starters in NFL history, Love's passing yards and touchdowns are matched only by Kurt Warner and Patrick Mahomes. It's safe to say that the Packers will be loving life for a long time to come.
Definitely just being on the bench for those 3 years and being behind Aaron, and just, I think just wanting to be out there so bad. But now that I've got my opportunity, just making the most of it, taking it and running with it. It's definitely something that I was, waiting for and dreaming of, and it definitely is everything that it's living up to be.
He's about all the right things, and the guy just comes to work every day, has a great attitude, is one of the guys, has really improved over the course of 4 years, and I'm just super happy for him. He's earned it.
When asked what he thinks about playing Dallas in the first round of the playoffs next week, Jordan Love said, "I'm just happy to be in the playoffs."
Thank you very much, Andrew. 622, stay with us. Another look at the forecast as we continue tracking that snowstorm.
We're back right after this.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Embrace the season of giving at the Century House. Donate $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless home office chair. Or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat, or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's.
Buy a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or sausage McGriddles and get one for $1.
Join the media sales team at Television Wisconsin and be part of something bigger. If you're passionate about helping local businesses succeed, apply today at channel3000.com. We're not just hiring, we're building careers.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This new year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Big trucks can be intimidating, and so can their insurance companies. After a serious truck crash, you need a team on your side who knows how to handle trucking cases and who gets results. You need Gruber Law Offices. We know truck law, we know the rules and regulations, and we'll hold the insurance companies accountable. And there's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. Plus, get free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-501-5956 or go online to buybionic360.com. Call now.
Welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning, and Kevin's giving us a little prediction of what southern Wisconsin's going to look like over the next couple of days.
Yeah, like with the extreme cold temperatures, this is what it looks like when it gets down like near 0 or below 0, right? And we have that in our forecast after we get through all this snow, Kelly.
Yeah, we've got plenty of that snow coming our way, that is for sure. That's why we do have a first warn alert day for tomorrow. The snow will intensify late tonight going into tomorrow. 6 to 10 inches total will be causing some problems traveling. We'll have more coming up.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Come on, Michael, come on. Catch the ball! Huddle up! Do you need to get your eyes checked?
Well, actually, here's the play. Stanton Optical makes glasses in 30 minutes. It's easy on 3. 1, 2, 3. Easy!
Hut! Come on, Michael, you got this! Come on, turn! Michael, catch! I can see! You did it! I did it!
30-minute glasses? Now that's an easy play. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. Options start at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock. so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-914-3131 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-914-3131. There's no risk or obligation. 1-800-914-3131. Call now.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Winter storm warnings have been posted later tonight right through tomorrow night. We're talking about significant snow in our forecast. We'll have the full details coming up.
Keeping you prepared ahead of the storm, I'm Josh Brighter live at the Wisconsin State Patrol headquarters in DeForest with what you should do now before the snow starts flying.
And win and in. The Packers are back in the playoffs, how they got there, and who they face next.
Plus, new details in a plane accident that has officials worried for passengers.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
I'm Leah Lynchine. Thanks for waking up with us. It's official. A winter storm warning set to take effect across southern Wisconsin later this evening. That snowfall it's headed our way right now. Let's take a live look at Denver, Colorado, where forecasters are planning for blizzard conditions this morning. Again, this is the same system that's set to hit us in just a couple of hours, about 12 or 18 hours out now. Kelly's been preparing us for this for more than a week. What is the latest on the timing and the totals here, Kelly?
Yeah, everything's kind of coming together now. We had a little bit of uncertainty late last week with the track of the storm, but you got to remember this was over the Pacific Northwest last Friday, so it does look like it's going to be passing just to our south. So that's going to put us in line for seeing some of the heavier snow. All of southern Wisconsin right now, winter storm warnings. They still have watches over there toward Waukesha and Milwaukee, likely to become a warning a little bit later on. This will be going in late tonight, mainly toward the midnight hour. Then throughout the day, tomorrow and into tomorrow night, everything should wind down come Wednesday morning, but it's still going to be windy. 26 in Madison right now, so it's actually relatively mild for this time of January, but we do have that first warn alert day for later tonight through Wednesday morning, and that's because we're expecting widespread 6 to 10 inches of snow, and I wouldn't doubt if we don't see some isolated totals that get closer to 10, 11 inches of snow waking up Wednesday morning. So just cloudy today. I got plenty of time to prepare for this. Temperatures in the low to mid 30s, so we'll actually climb above freezing later today. It really won't be until we get toward 11 o'clock or so, midnight. That's when we'll see that snow start to spread on in. It should be fairly light initially, but it will gradually start to pick up in intensity. So no problem for the kids off to school this morning, just mostly cloudy skies with temperatures in the low to mid 30s. More on the snow tomorrow, and also we've got more headed away later this week. More on that coming up.
Okay, Kelly, thank you very much. Our team coverage on this storm continues this morning with Josh Brighter.
He is live at the State Patrol headquarters up in DeForest, telling us how we can get prepared today. We still have some time to get a kit ready before the snow starts falling, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we're trying to help you so you don't feel like you're getting hit in the face with a shovel tomorrow with this first major snowfall of the season. There are some easy ways for you to prepare right now. We prepared a little roadside emergency kit just in case we're going to be out and about this week in our live van, so we wanted to have some things ready to go. Of course, we have the snow brush, the shovel that I was holding as well. Always important to have some food and water on hand, some warm gear. We have a blanket, hat, and of course those gloves as well, the jumper cable, and also the tow rope. A couple of other things to keep in mind too. You can have that first aid kit, a flashlight, anything that you can think of that might be able to help you if you get stranded on side of the road, because you just never know what's going to happen here in Wisconsin. Coming up here in about 10 minutes, we're going to be speaking to the Wisconsin State Patrol on any advice for you when you physically get behind the wheel and the snow is flying over the next couple of days here, guys, because I know a lot of folks are home like we've been here before, but it has been quite some time since we've had to deal with significant snowfall accumulation and also getting behind the wheel with those snowy roads. So a lot to learn here over the next couple of days, guys.
Josh Brighter helping us prepare. Thank you, Josh. This is the week you'll want to keep your First Warn weather app handy. Keep an eye on this major storm and the chances for more snow later on in the week. Real-time updates pushed to the palm of your hand. Just search for WISC weather in your app store.
The other big story of the morning, the NFL playoffs are set and the Green Bay Packers are in, and they know who they're going to play in the first round.
Winning in as the Pack beat the Chicago Bears. Shane Hogan has all the details on what's next. Hey,
yeah,
Shane.
that's right, guys. Obviously a pretty exciting morning if you're a Packers fan. Now, everything was on the line for the Packers, absolutely needing a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. They lose, their season would have been over. What an opportunity it was for first-year starter Jordan Love, trying to do something neither Brett Favre nor Aaron Rodgers were able to do. That is lead the Packers to the playoffs in his first season as the full-time starter. Let's fast forward here to the second quarter. A play-action, one-legged throw from Jordan Love to Dontavian Wicks for Green Bay's first points. Then in the third quarter, Green Bay threatening in the red zone yet again, and it's Love to Wicks for the second time. The Bears kept it close, but a late field goal in the fourth and a resurgence from running back Aaron Jones put this one away. Green Bay ended up winning 17-9. You see Jones getting that last final first down to seal it. Here's Love on his first playoff berth as the starter.
Definitely just being on the bench for those 3 years and being behind Aaron. And just, I think just wanting to be out there so bad. Yeah, now that I've got my opportunity, just making the most of it, taking it and running with it. It's definitely something that I was, waiting for and dreaming of. And, it definitely is everything that it's living up to be.
Well, we now know who the green and gold will take on in the wild card round next weekend. They will travel to Dallas to take on the second seed Cowboys. And it will be a reunion of sorts as Green Bay will face their former head coach, Mike McCarthy. Kickoff set for 3:30 on Sunday. You can watch that game on Fox. Of course, the storyline all week is going to be about McCarthy facing his old team. It's really should be a good one.
I think what Jordan Love said after the game, like he's not thinking about who they're going to play next week. He wanted to relish in the moment, to reflect on the season and the success, and he has earned it, as Coach LaFleur said after the game.
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned earlier, the expectations, maybe not reaching the playoffs this season, but they did it. They got that final wild card spot, so it should be exciting.
Youngest team to do it, too. Very impressive.
You got it.
Thank you. New this morning, the National Transportation Safety Board is releasing new details about the plane that lost its door plug while in flight. You're taking a look at video from inside the plane there. The organization now says it has that door plug. It was recovered from somebody's yard. They'll be investigating it for flaws now. It might have something to do with pressurization. The fail lights turned on in the plane 3 times before the accident. The NTSB is also warning parents after several babies were sitting in mothers' laps when this accident happened. They say that's dangerous and a good example of why kids should have their own seats so they're properly secured.
Happening today, state Republicans are holding a news conference to discuss the possibility of legalizing medical marijuana. This change on the topic has been a slow turn for Republicans who've been hesitant in the past. So why now, and what has led Republicans to this point? Well, one of the more prominent medical marijuana bills you may remember was introduced back in 2013. 2 Democratic lawmakers proposed a bill at that time to make the drug legal for medical use following Illinois' legalization that same year. The Republican-led government, though, at the time did not take up the law. Then, more neighboring states began to legalize it. Minnesota and Iowa joined states with medical marijuana laws in 2014 and 2017. And in 2021, Governor Evers tried to use the budget to create provisions for medical marijuana, but Republicans took it out. Now, in 2024, over 50% of Wisconsinites live within 75 minutes of a legal dispensary. Anyone else above 18 can also use marijuana replacements like Delta-8 THC products. Republicans have been facing an uphill battle to keep marijuana illegal. So it seems at this point that they're now working to get it under government regulation and follow in the footsteps of our neighboring states.
The Red Cross says its donations are at a 20-year low this morning. That's putting patients at risk of not getting life-saving transfusions. The blood supply is at such critically low levels, the Red Cross is declaring a nationwide emergency. This is partly because of the loss of over 300,000 donations during the pandemic. Hospitals are now ordering certain amounts of blood, then hearing those orders can't be filled. The supply problems could force doctors to make some tough decisions.
Doctors have to make choices about which patients can receive a transfusion in a given day. surgeries like heart surgeries can be delayed waiting for the available blood to be collected and sent to the hospital.
The Red Cross supplies about 40% of the blood for the U.S. It says while all types of blood donations are needed, type O and platelets are most urgently short.
And we continue to monitor our winter storm that will be affecting us later tonight and tomorrow. We'll have how much snow we can expect coming up in the first one forecast.
At U.S. Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself one. Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. U.S. Cellular.
This is Matt Gunderson. It still hits me every time TAPS is played. We're honored to serve those who served. An eligible Veterans Life Celebration includes honors recognizing their dedication and selfless service, including uniform and medal displays.
Everyone deserves a fulfilling job, but for people with disabilities, the barriers can be overwhelming. It's time to open the door to new possibilities. People with disabilities are getting the education, skills, and training needed to thrive in a wide variety of industries. And they're ready for an opportunity, a job, a career. Thinkability Wisconsin. All you have to do is start with yes. Join the movement at thinkabilitywi.org.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. Hello, everyone. I'm giving this lamp away. I'm interested. Great. When can you pick it up? Hello? I'm interested. Can you pick it up today? Why did you message me? I'd be interested. Are you, though? Yeah. You bring lamp to me.
Save yourself the hassle of selling stuff online and donate it to the Salvation Army instead. Now accepting donations at our new Madison location, opening this February.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-550-5543.
U.S. Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro.
Cut. More feeling. Cue the music.
U.S. Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Love it.
New and current customers can get the iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. Get the gift of connection at U.S. Cellular.
Tonight at 6, to tip or not to tip. If you're unsure, you're not alone. I'm talking with people on State Street to see if tipping has gone too far.
I think it has gotten a little bit out of hand.
Plus, find out why one local business has tossed out tipping altogether. Tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Help St. Vincent de Paul and News 3 Now give neighbors in need a warm night's sleep. The last weekend in January, donate new or gently used blankets at St. Vinny's and local drop-off sites. Or give to the online blanket fund. Join us and recycle the warmth.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. 642. We are still tracking that snowstorm as it gets closer to Wisconsin. Right now, part of the system is as far east as Denver, Colorado. Blizzard conditions expected here this morning. Another band of it is a few hours behind in New Mexico. Kelly's been talking about this for a week, preparing us for what to expect. He has updates this morning. Good morning, Kelly.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Yeah, that storm's still a long ways away, or at least it seems, but in the weather world, it's really not that far. In fact, it's only about 12 hours away before we start to see this storm starting to affect southern Wisconsin. Right now, it's over the Texas-Oklahoma panhandle. You see all that green flare up? That's a lot of moisture. The storm system is really starting to pick up some of that moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. And then as it runs into some colder air, it crystallizes and produces some snow. And we're going to be right in line of seeing some of that heavier snow as this track of this storm will be just to the south of Chicago going over the next 24 to 36 hours. So we do have the first warn alert day, all of southern Wisconsin, windy as well. 6 to 10 inches across all of southern Wisconsin. There can't rule out a couple of Locations picking up maybe 10, 11 inches of snow. This will be later tonight, mainly toward midnight here in Madison, maybe a little sooner to the south through early Wednesday. It should be out of here by Wednesday morning. Still have to deal with some wind on the backside of that storm, though. So snowfall potential, you can see most of southern Wisconsin, 6 to 10 inches plus expected with this storm system as it moves on in late tonight, tomorrow into tomorrow night. 4 to 6 inches as you go to the northwest, lesser amounts as you get into a northwestern Wisconsin, but everybody expecting some snow out of this. And as you can see, it really does not ramp up until we get toward the midnight hour. And once it's here, it's going to be here to stay. Now, I think it'll be generally lighter snow tonight, but by tomorrow afternoon, I think it will become a little bit heavier. And that's when we're really going to start to see the accumulations pile up tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. And, you know, we haven't had a whole lot of snow so far this winter season. We'd love to see your photos. Take some of those photos. Just download the our Weather Warn First Warn Weather app, and you can obviously submit that photo through the app there. We'd love to show our viewers of some of the snow that we have not had a whole lot yet this year. Well, we got some snow today with that alert tomorrow and into tomorrow night. That's with 6 to 10 inches. But we have more storm systems on the back side of this going into the rest of the week. One will be coming in later Wednesday night into Thursday, another one coming in Friday, going into Saturday. And we'll be turning very cold this weekend, so any snow we pick up, it's going to stick around. So as we watch on our future track today, just cloudy. Temperatures in the 30s. Won't be until we get closer to midnight. That's when the snow will start to pick up, and it will be with us all night long. So waking up tomorrow morning, likely to see some accumulation on the ground. And as that storm ramps up towards Chicago, that's when we'll see that pick up tomorrow afternoon. Could see some heavier snows, reducing visibility, obviously causing some problems on the roads with that accumulation. But as we get toward the midnight hour tomorrow night, we should start to see this wind down. But so waking up tomorrow morning, may see a couple of inches on this ground already, and expecting 4 to 6 inches during the afternoon hours. Total accumulation 6 to as much as 10 inches. Really only northwestern Wisconsin not seeing much snow out of this. 26 right now in Madison, 28 in Janesville, Lone Rock at 26. So the First Warn forecast doesn't keep it quiet today. That snow develops later tonight. First Warn alert day with that snow accumulating, causing some travel problems. Really going to get worse and worse as the day wears on into the evening. Should get a little bit better Wednesday morning as the morning wears on. But another system will bring us some light snow. It looks like Wednesday night into Thursday morning. The larger one looks like may bring us several inches of accumulation Friday night into Saturday.
On a frigid cool down after this snow.
Yeah, you know, and this snow is going to be here, and you can see that it's going to be here to stay for quite a while with temperatures even below zero at night by Sunday and Monday.
All right, we'll check in with you in just a little bit. Kelly, thank you. Our team coverage of the snowstorm continues this morning with Josh Sprider.
He's live talking about how you can prepare for what might be a dangerous drive over the next couple of days. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, guys. We're live behind the wheel of the News 3 Now live van this morning. Poor Mark had to deal with me honking the horn. He's trusting me with the keys this morning because we are trying to learn some tips when it comes to actually driving within the snow system. This morning, the Wisconsin State Patrol is helping us out. Trooper Barker back with us. Trooper Barker, thank you so much.
Happy to help.
So, you know, we talked earlier about having the emergency road kit with you at all times. Right. That's what you can do to prepare ahead of time. Now we're behind the wheel. It's snowing tomorrow morning. It's the morning commute. You know, what's the best advice for folks, you know, getting behind the wheel?
Well, snow means slow, so it's just taking it easy, getting where you got to go. Like we talked about earlier, just because the speed limit says something doesn't mean you have to go that fast.
So making sure you're giving yourself the space, giving yourself some extra time on the road.
Absolutely.
Other advice, obviously, you know, we talk a lot and we see a lot of people not having their headlights on. Even during the daytime, a lot of times we do have the automatic headlights, but they don't always activate, especially during the day.
Right. Make sure you have them on. Any hours of limited visibility, inclement weather, you got to have them on. If your windshield wipers are moving, have your lights on.
Another thing that you wanted to mention, too, is making sure we have proper tires.
Yep, so state law requires that you have at least 2 30-seconds tread on your tires, just so it can handle all the rough conditions that the snow may give you. So make sure your tires are good that way, and you just take your time getting on the road.
You know, a lot of folks are like, well, I've got four-wheel drive. Well, four-wheel drive does not mean four-wheel stop.
Correct. Yeah, you can never get too dependent on four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. You always want to still drive carefully.
So what happens, you know, I've got the foot on the brake and I start to feel movement on that brake. What's your best advice in that sense?
Anti-lock brakes, keep pressing firmly on that pedal. Do not pump the brakes in any modern vehicle like this.
Things have changed over the years.
Yep, definitely. Keep that brake press. Maintain you're holding the steering wheel between 9 and 3, and just stay calm.
So, you know, tomorrow morning, obviously the next couple of days, we haven't had to deal with a significant snowfall system. This is going to be a kind of relearning habits.
Right. I think we've been spoiled, so here it comes. Yeah.
You know, giving yourself the extra time, the space, so we can get to where we need to go safely, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
And keeping track of those conditions.
Absolutely.
All right, Trooper Barker, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Thanks for trusting. I know we have it in park this morning, but
I'm happy to help.
We love to see it here, guys. Of course, if you'd have any need any more information on keeping prepared for the storm, you can go to the story up on channel3000.com. I'm going to be handing the keys back over to Mark because I trust him behind the wheel of this live van more than I do here, guys, when the snow starts to fly.
Hey,
He's shaking his head yes.
Great advice, though. I love that. We got some advice on what to pack in case of an emergency and brushing up on our skills, which sounds like Josh could use.
Hopefully we're all
there you go.
now. All right, Josh Brandon live in DeForest with the State Patrol this morning. Thanks, Josh.
All right, at 6:49, coming up in the morning sprint, breaking news about a fire in Madison under investigation as arson.
If you got a little kiddo turning 3 soon, let us know so we can show their picture on TV. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
That was funny. Yeah. That's a sick bike.
Boys.
Miss Sanderson?
See you Monday.
No way.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
The landscape of fitness was bleak. Toxic instructors, shady scammers, and Bispo bakes. Mother Fitness was angry.
Megan the Stallion.
Hello, my hot girl. Enough of this toxic nastiness. So she took her hotties to the judgment-free zone. Welcome to Planet Fitness, where everybody can work out in their own way.
Listen to Mother Fitness. Join for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 12th.
Where are my legs?
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
We've been spending a lot more time than ever at home these days. Maybe now you've just noticed cold air coming in from a couple windows, which means you're losing heat in the winter, losing cooling in the summer, losing money. Now is the time for new windows and patio doors from Renewal by Andersen. And right now, when you buy one window or patio door, get one at 40% off. Plus, there's no money down, no payments for 12 months, and no interest for 12 months.
1-800-216-7421.
Hey, Lainey, when is the baby coming?
Very, very soon.
Dad, what about yours?
You're gonna... Yeah, okay, well...
The Portage Furniture Store with free delivery on brands you know and trust.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
We start right away with Kelly in that alert day for the winter storm set to hit late tonight. Good morning, Kelly.
Yeah, good morning, guys. We are just looking at cloudy skies right now, but we do have the first warn alert day because of that snowfall that we'll be picking up later tonight, continuing all day tomorrow, right through tomorrow night. We're talking about widespread 6 to 10 inches of snow. Obviously, travel is going to become really hectic by tomorrow. Quiet today, so plenty of time for that to prepare for the snow. It won't be coming in until we get closer to the midnight hour, but once it's snowing, it's going to be snowing all day long going into tomorrow. So we are counting some of that snow coming our way. But for the bus stop today, just looking at cloudy skies and temperatures in the 30s.
Thank you, Kelly. A live look now at where part of that storm is this morning. This is Denver, Colorado. They are dealing with blizzard conditions inside this city and the northern part of the state. We'll continue to bring you updates on when that snow is set to hit us all morning long.
The Packers are going to play the Cowboys in the first round of the NFL playoffs. Green Bay punched their postseason ticket with a win over the Bears last night. It was another impressive performance from first-year starter Jordan Love, who threw for over 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Packers ended up winning 17-9. Green Bay and Dallas square off Sunday at 3:30.
State Republicans are holding a press conference today on legalizing medical marijuana. After years of work from advocates and multiple failed bills, Republicans seem to be changing their stance on the drug. It's still unclear what the extent of the bill will be or how long it will take for discussions to continue. We do expect to get those answers from today's press conference.
Breaking news into the newsroom this morning. Madison police are investigating a fire as a possible arson. They responded to a fully engulfed pop-up camper. The call came in just after 3 o'clock in the morning along North Thompson Drive on the far east side. That's just off the interstate interchange. Police say there was no loss of life, but they didn't comment on any injuries. The fire is still under investigation.
The National Transportation Safety Board is urging families to keep kids in their own seats after a plane lost its door plug mid-flight. 3 babies weren't in their seats when the accident happened and could have been seriously injured. They are all doing okay. Crews have recovered the plug, too. The material will now be tested for failures.
Washington's one step closer to avoiding a potential government shutdown. Congressional leaders have agreed on some broad spending limits. The budget deal includes $886 billion in defense spending and $704 billion in non-defense spending. Congress has until the 19th of this month to get a deal done, or departments will start to shut down.
You're looking at the scene in California over the weekend where protesters continue to call for a ceasefire in Gaza. This is new information out this morning. The Israeli military admits it carried out an airstrike that killed 2 Al Jazeera journalists. The military says it was targeting terrorists at the time. Meanwhile, the organization Save the Children says on average, more than 10 kids lose one or both of their legs every day in this conflict.
Alaska Airlines says it will cancel more than 100 flights for the upcoming days. FlightAware counts 138 cancellations just today. That's after the door plug flew off a flight Friday. The company says it's waiting on word from the FAA and Boeing and has maintenance teams standing by. Alaska Airlines says it is significantly impacting its operations.
5 minutes away from 7 o'clock, winter storm warnings have been posted for all of southern Wisconsin later tonight, right through tomorrow night. We're talking about some significant snow impacts. In fact, by tomorrow morning, already waking up to an inch or 2 tomorrow, but that snow will continue to pile up. We're looking at 6 to 8 inches of snow here in Madison areas to the northwest, maybe 8 to 10 in areas to the south. So it's going to be a hectic day tomorrow. So prepare for that today with cloudy skies and temperatures in the 30s. First warn alert day for that snow and that accumulating snow tomorrow night should end on Wednesday.
More updates on that alert day coming up in half an hour right here on News 3 Now.